So then after he died, you're just in such despair. You're not thinking about
No.
getting justice. It's so far away from your mind. But then as the grief, which never really goes away, but it the grief just clouds your thinking. And then as that kind of as time helps that, then you just start to think a little more clearly. And I started seeing a lot of things just didn't seem to be adding up. And so we had went over to the apartment to start gathering up his things. And as I said, when my daughter and I went over, we were outside his apartment, so we never went in. And then my husband and his brother had went in and they started clearing things up. So a lot of what happened, I wasn't able to see until much later after they closed the case and the crime scene photos become available. But we go in the apartment and I did go in the bathroom, and which I saw the blood, um, which in and of itself was a lot. And I was definitely thinking, what happened here? But then once I went in the bathroom, I thought, no, something very, very bad happened. And the shower curtain was gone. That was something that I really wanted to see because of all the destruction in the bathroom. I wanted to see if there was some kind of blood pattern on the shower curtain. I never got to see that. There was blood on the walls. It looks like there's footprints, bloody footprints on the wall. And later, this person that comes into contact with the family will talk about the bathroom. But the bathroom was just destroyed. The toilet was actually up off of the ground, bringing a tile with it. And those tiles are, they're from years ago. And to me, it takes like, I'll say like nuclear destruction or something to get those tiles off the floor. Those the old style, the very thin tiles. And that was up off of the ground with the commode, everything broken, all the walls bloody. And I see this spray in the wall. So like you see the blood print, but there's spray running through it. And somebody was in here cleaning. Someone was cleaning this up. So I said, we need to call the detectives back over. And there was the male detective who was the lead detective and the female detective who was his partner.
Mm-hmm.
And she is the one that said he was on meth, and that's what people on meth do, would be to spray and clean their own blood off the walls. And I'm just, I know I was just looking at her like she was crazy. And I looked at my husband and I was like, what in the world? And I said, well, I told her, I said, Brandon wasn't on drugs. He wasn't doing meth. I had been spending time with him. I had been at his apartment helping him pack. So if you see the crime scene photos, you'll see a lot of boxes we had been packing. And most of the boxes were staged in the living room and in the guest room. And the guest room, all the boxes were kind of dress stacked up. I even told them to buy boxes so they're all kind of the same size and easy to stack. And so I knew the condition of the apartment. And I've told people, like, Brandon was messy. He was, a great guy, but he was messy. And I had told them, the police, they asked about the condition of the apartment, which I had not seen once the incident happened. I only saw before, and I said, well, he's messy. But then when I see the crime scene photos, I was like, no, this isn't messy. This is obliterated. This is just ransacked. It's, just stuff everywhere, just dumped out. All the boxes that we packed were dumped out. So it was just a very different scene from what I had seen in his apartment. And I don't get to see all of this until about 9 or 10 months later when I get the crime scene photos.
Months?